Jen, what first got you into music?
Well, living in Winnipeg, Winterpeg, aka.
I was ready to say.
Going to Neil Young's high school, Kelvin High, celebrating their 100th year of existence in 2012. So yeah, a lot of cold winters makes you want to pick up six strings and listen. Well, dating myself, CBC, Brave New Waves. It's where I first heard like the Dago Abortions, the Enigmas, DOA, lots of cool Canadian punk back in the mid-'80s. Yeah.
That's where you first heard it.
That's where I first like got it. Well, you know, when you're like having a misspent youth, you can write a whole book about it. Diary of a Misspent Youth. And
name of the next CD.
Well, I think it's been done before, but what hasn't, you know? Joan Jett has always been one of my biggest influences, alongside Iggy and yeah, the Ramones. I saw them when I was 18 on a stopover to London, England, living out my punk rock dream after I graduated from rock and roll high school, Calvin High. And the Ramones had a big impact on me. I met them at Sam the Record Man, and they all autographed their first album for me, and met the whole band. And even though I was barely legal in Toronto, they got me into the RPM club and had a guess. And it was a good introduction to going to England, even though in '86, the whole punk rock, almost a day late and $1 short. The punk wave on King's Road, where I was working and living in Chelsea. I was a Chelsea girl at one time. Was already over, but the rock and roll wasn't, and it was inspiring to be there. But yeah, I had to come back to Canada. It's always about a boy.
Were you ever in a band in Winnipeg?
I was. My first group that I formed was with my stepsister, Hypnotic Whale, with Karen Sear on bass, and also Paul Moore on drums.
Was it a hippie jam band?
Yeah, it was garage punk.
I
was obsessed with garage, like anything that had 3 chords and a lot of screaming. When you're first learning how to play guitar, I listened to Subterranean Jungle on KUT in Montreal, and couldn't meet anyone in Montreal. 18, cute as a button, but could I meet anyone? No. I tried to speak the language, but ended up with a '65 Telecaster playing garage rock.
Okay.
And came back to Winnipeg. Thought it'd be easier to form my first band there. And then after we played the same club for a year, cool. I wanted to move out to the West Coast. And
what club was it?
It's the Royal Albert and Wellingtons. And there's basically the Royal Albert, and it was called the Pyramid Club at the time. Called something else now, but yeah, it's a little limiting, but what isn't? You gotta leave the nest to fly with the best, they say. That's a Neil Young quote for you.
And when did you move to the West Coast?
91.
Yes.
I moved on up and I moved to Vancouver with Biff Naked.
Yes.
Yeah, the Bister. Yeah, 91. It was a very strange year. Yeah. But, you know, it was a good year because I was told to go to the Railway Club, and it was a very good suggestion to follow through with. The Railway Club on Seymour and Dunsmuir here in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I met the bass player and of the Enigmas, one of my favorite garage rock bands, do the windshield wiper and all that stuff. And ended up forming my first band, the Cane Toads here, psychedelic rock garage rock band with Mike Davies, the guitar player from the Enigmas, and Brian Olnick, And now we're here tonight with 48 Crash, playing with Randy Bowman on drums.
Please give
Also
us
from the Indians.
an account. You are the punk rock princess of Vancouver. Give us an account of all the groups you've been in from 91 till now.
Okay, started with the Cane Toads, Spank Machine, Betty Page tribute band. Yeah, all that burlesque stuff got me in a lot of trouble 10 years ago, but welcome to Canada. Yeah, Spank Machine. And then after that, I was discovered by the Dogs of the Sons of Freedom, and you're friends with them, of course, being a
Yes.
North Van
Yes.
rocker. And so we formed this band called Black Eye Buddha. That was one of my big close calls, you know.
Yes.
We're about to record an album with New Orleans and all that cool stuff. With
I met you when you were singing for JP.
Okay. JP5 has basically been my baby and the love of my life, and it's definitely Jet Petroleum has been fueling Gerry-Jenn's tank for quite some time.
Now, in between Black Eyed Buddha and JP5, there was a time you spent in the Muscle Bitches.
Oh, conveniently. Skipped out at that point, but no, it's all good. Yeah, Muscle Bitches was definitely we toured our asses off, and never a dull moment with that band.
It's part of the Gerry-Jenn rock and roll resume.
Yeah, and got to meet now Cal Thompson. That was his group with Sammy from the Blue Chunk, Sammy Newton. And Sam and I did this kind of, and not many people know that I'm the original singer from the Muscle Bitches, and coincidentally enough, not many people know that I'm the original singer from Cal's new band.
The Little Guitar Army. And this is where
Go
Jen...
figure, I guess I'm a good songwriter that's good to be yeah.
A great songwriter for launching.
Chew them up and spit them out. What can I say?
Hey, I'm in the Little Guitar Army because of, all right?
Yeah.
All
and
credits given to Jen. I mean, Cal's a great guy. I'm still in the band, but she's the one who got me in the group. And to this day, I am most grateful.
It looks good on you, Sonny.
Thank you, Jen. You're a rock star in your own right. With all the bands you've been in, now you're doing the East Vamps.
The East Vamps has always been a big, the Runaways was always the dream to find those 4 or 5 women that wanted to rock the world, plug in, play it on 11, and Luciferr and I met about 10 years out. Welcome, Luciferr here, the bass player.
Luciferr Lloyd.
Luciferr Lloyd from the East, bass player from the East Vamps, and Piggy, who's going, I guess they're going, playing with Ron Ray's, and anyway, that's an entirely different mix.
Another interview.
Another interview, another time. Same bat channel.
Tonight, Jen is
48
singing for 48 Crash.
And it's like essentially 48 Crash formed like 20 years ago with the infamous Tony Baloney Walker and Randy Bowman. It's a Susie Quattro tribute band. And we played at Budstock at the Commodore, a wonderful club here in Vancouver. One of the best rooms in town, in my opinion. Humble opinion. And it's kind of 20 years after we just decided to, bring back the guilty pleasure of playing the Quattro. And hey, she's still touring, so why the hell not? Vancouver's only.
I played cowbell with the
You did.
48 Crash on New Year's Eve. That was fun.
Yeah, more cowbell. I've no cowbell. I get a little bit of cowbell.
You guys
Yes.
cowbell solo.
we're trying to get a gargantuan cowbell welded as we speak. It's a work in progress. To have the Guinness Book of World Records sized cowbell. A woman has to dream, you know.
And Kevin's going to
Especially
carry
a
it.
Winnipeg girl. I lost my virginity in the Guess Who studio.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Thank you,
Well,
Jen.
it's like a cowbell.
Well played,
Cowbell.
Talk these eyes.
Jen, I think you have a real sweet story. Small town girl from Winnipeg turns into punk rock diva in Vancouver. And you're still doing it. You're doing it tonight with 48 Crash.
Yeah, I'm
which will
wearing
get
some of the Metal Queen's sloppy seconds.
Oh, leather jacket or
Yeah,
what?
well, I'm pleather Tuscadero. It's-
She's pleather Tuscadero.
the
in
Metal
48
Queen would
Crash.
approve.
Wow.
Vive la metal.
Awesome.
Yeah, but we're into the rock. We're doing some Slade, some Nazareth.
Yes.
So we've expanded from Susie, but can never get enough Susie Quattro in your rock and roll diet. That's what I say.
Do you ever do Fever?
No.
No?
I fucking hate that song.
You know, it seems to be overplayed. It's overkill with the. After Madonna does it, it's pretty much.
But poor
Been
Sherry
done.
Curry.
I will quit
She
the
auditioned-
band the day
It's a
that
good
Jen says
song.
she wants to do that shit. No.
Sherry
fuck.
Curry.
Moo down.
It's horrible.
She auditioned for the Runaways with
Did she?
Fever. Yes, she did, and they all laughed at her.
Wow.
Because it's a horrible fucking song.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful song.
Well.
Put a Gerry-Jenn spin on If You Choose. That's a tribute to Sherry Curry.
Okay.
You can play bass on that song, Sonny.
Okay. And I can play bass.
I just read her
Neon
her
Angel?
Neon Angel.
I
It's
love that
fabulous.
book. I love the
Really,
book.
really great writing, and of course, inspires. Everyone has a story to tell, and Sherry Curry definitely had, hats off to her for fantastic. She. It seemed like it was coming straight from the heart, and honest.
Do you have any formal music?
Do I? Well, if you call playing with some of the greatest musicians in the West Coast, but no, I've never actually gone to rock
Okay.
and roll. Well, I've gone to rock and roll high school.
That you did. How old
Four
were you
chords.
when you started singing?
Probably out of the bathtub. And I was,
Screamer in the shower.
Yeah, in the shower, out of the tub.
apparently, when I was a baby, I would always grab onto my skipping rope, anything that I could. We'd call it lead singer disorder. East Vamps, in an East Vamps song. I don't know. Dad said that I was a natural born singer.
Yes.
And of course, when I went to the sweat lodge, one of the elders said I was a hummingbird, a little bird that sings. So thanks to Cam in Winnipeg, Cam Von Cooks did all of anyway. It's another great Canadian artist, Molly something. Anyway.
Holly McNally.
Harley McNarly. And he did it for credit on the album, so you forgot to give him credit. So I'm giving Cam Von Cook a hell of a lot of credit, and he gives great discounts to touring bands at his shop in the Osborne Village in Winnipeg. Yeah, so just a little plug there.
Do you ever go visit the Peg every now and again?
Only when we're touring,
Okay.
usually.
Right.
But nice place to grow up, but good place to leave. Mesquite, as Chris Walter has written many a book inspired by Winnipeg, Manitoba.
What are your goals for the future regarding your music?
Get the hell out of Dodge, follow Nashville pussy work ethic of just rocking out every night and touring, recording, and getting on the map. You do, you can't stay in one town and expect it to be an internet star. You gotta get out there and pray for rock and roll.
I'm happy to be Gerry-Jenn's friend, and I'm a fan of your music.
Thanks.
Both a fan and
And
friend.
we've written a couple of songs together.
We wrote Can't
Can't
Fix
Fix
Stupid together. I
guitar.
wrote the lyrics, but you came up with the title and the melody.
Well,
Some lyrics are the
lyrics.
same. Some. If you ever
Anyway.
saw my version, some are the same, a lot are.
Yeah, same but different.
Yeah. No, but I'm happy.
Variety is the spice in it. eh?
Yes. I'd like to write another song or two. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Lisa and I, the East Vamps are in the studio right now recording
Good.
our second LP now. Gone are the days of CDs and
Really?
yeah, coasters.
Yes.
we're going vinyl,
Wow.
and so it's working title of the second release is "Bring Out the Big Guns," and we're recording at the House of Pain with Adam Payne.
Of course.
Who used to play a guitar player in JP5, who's
He
You
played
know?
in JP5.
yeah,
I
he
had
toured
no
his ass
idea.
off with JP5.
Oh boy.
This is where he got his wings. JP5 gave him a few rock and roll stripes, but he's taken it to a much higher level. I'm very proud of the whole JP5. That's a book unto itself. I think about 36 members at least, the family tree. So.
Wow. And you're a long-lasting member, no matter what. Long-standing member.
Once in JP5, always in JP5. And Luciferr moved out here from not Montreal.
Ottawa.
She saw us in Montreal, but Ontario gal. And saw us on the days of video, rock and roll video, much music, and now she's kicking ass and taking names on the upright and the 4-string electric upright. And,
You play a bit of guitar too. You're the sole guitarist right now for East Vamps.
yes.
I like your playing. It's real punk.
Well, wah-wah pedal goes a long way, kids.
Yes, I know.
Get a wah-wah. Wah-wah-wah. But, yeah, I mean, it's from the heart. If it's not from the heart, don't start. You gotta love what you're doing in this game. And I love rock and roll, as Joan Jett would say. Keep it real.
Well, I look forward to hearing that new release.
Yeah.
I have the first one. I have the JP5 CD.
Drunk by 6 and Hot Box
Yes.
on Sudden Death Records.
I'm a bona fide fan of Gerry-Jenn.
You're playing with
There
the.
is life after sudden death.
Pardon?
You got a gig coming up at.
Yeah, we've got a gig coming up
Iron
at East Vamps. We'll be playing the LP release of the Belushis, March 25th. That's a Saturday night at the Media Club. And
At Iron
we'll
Roads?
be playing our own record release party shortly thereafter. And we get out of the studio. We got a great, it's kind of JP5 does the East Vamps, so we're looking forward to that. That whole
It's
new
both?
flavor. Well, with JT Massacre
Yes.
on drums
Yeah.
in the studio, and Luciferr, who also played in
Okay.
JP5, and yours truly, and then the guest members, special guests, playing everything from the theremin to the trombone to
An orchestra.
Zoo.
the kazoo. Yeah, there you go. Now you're messing with the son of a biatch. Yeah,
And you're quite a fashion plate as well as a great singer and performer.
Oh, thank you, Sonny.
You're welcome. You have your own Gerry-Jenn distinct sense of style.
You gotta love Valley Village and thrift stores for that. You know, pimping on a budget here on the east side, the lower east side. We're here at the dental lab tonight. Yeah. You know, and it's lovely to be interviewed in Ron ferrisjak's rock and roll limo. Kicking it up a notch, taking names, all that good stuff. Drinking BC Grower Cider.
Yeah, she's playing tonight at the birthday of Gus Vassalos.
Saskatoonberry. Actually, not Glacierberry. The one time I'm not drinking Jerryberry.
What's the Saskatoon?
2-liter jugger.
Whatever a Saskatoonberry is, we're drinking it.
Tonight's a 50th birthday party for Gus
That's
Vassalos, the original singer from Rockhead, and he's got the Gerry-Jenn singing with 48 Crash, Luciferr Lloyd on bass,
Woo!
and Jen.
She's
really-
Susie.
Yes.
She's the
I'm the mute
Uzi
Susie.
and
I'm the Uzi and Susie.
there you go.
That's a good one. I'm the Uzi and Susie.
Bang 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 bang. Bring out the big guns.
Well, thank you very much, Gerry-Jenn. That was a lot of
Cheers.
fun.
Indeed.
Thank you, Lisa.
Rock and roll.
Take care.
Yeah,
This
that
ought to
was-
be a fun gig, 48 Crash.
48.